See? Even Starscream knows that the bird is the word.
Hey! What's up, my peoples? EmGo here, the freaking geek himself, and today we will be reviewing the TT Hongli Red Falcon. So here we are, and there it is. And first and foremost, as always, we'll take a quick look at the packaging. Let's move this guy off to the side here. There we go. As you can see, you have a nice image there of the Red Falcon. His name is Red Falcon. On this side of the box, you have Red Falcon. On the other side of the box, you have Red Falcon. On the bottom, warning, don't eat anything in this box that could be very bad for you. Up top, Red Falcon. On the back of the box, you have some obligatory product shots. This, that, things, stuff, and that's basically it for the packaging. And moving right along, here we have Red Falcon, and this is TT Hongli's take on T-Beast Starscream, kinda. It's not a complete T-Beast design, it's more so T-Beast inspired, but we'll get into that when we bring in the artwork and we do those comparisons. But yeah, here is Starscream in his Falcon mode, which looks pretty good. You know, I have my issues with it, but for the most part, it looks pretty good. But let's get in close here so we can take a look at Noggin. And you can see the beak there, done in a nice orange. Eyes done in red. You can see there the jet intakes, all that good stuff. You have the transparent orange cockpit there. And we have a very impressive wingspan, as you can see, and you have the classic red and white stripes there, and little wingtips done in red. And some nice multi detail. You get some dark grays in there as well. And the back of the Falcon mode, as you can see, is just his compressed legs, so it doesn't really look all that elegant in the back. But it is what it is. He's just got a lot of tail feather going on there. Just a lot of tail feather going on back there. You can see the thrusters back there. I guess maybe trying to keep the back looking more jet-like, I guess. I don't know. But again, not exact to the concept art, but again, we'll take a look at that in a little bit. And the big old claws. See sections here done in blue and white. So there you go. And he slides as flying things should slide. Hooray for sliding, flying, killing things. So there you have that. And for comparison with some other T-Beastie boys, here he is with the Transform Element T-Beast Bumblebee. With the Generation Toy Primal. So you can see how that works out. And just because, here he is with Masterpiece Starscream. So there you go. And since I have the T-Beast art book, we can actually bring in the concept art here. So you can see it's definitely inspired by the T-Beast artwork, but obviously not totally replicating it. You can see here the robot mode legs just become the bird mode legs, and you know, you got a totally different wing design and whatnot. So again, it's inspired by it, but they didn't totally go out of their way to replicate it. They definitely took a lot of liberties with the design and kind of made it their own, and made it a lot more G1-y looking, basically, as far as the robot mode design goes. But yeah, so you have that. Now, as far as articulation goes, the head is on a hinge that can move up and move down. You have a second hinge there that can move down. The mouth can open, so you can caw, 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 caw. You know what he says? He says, caw, my foot! Anyway, the base of the neck can move up and down a little bit. As far as the bird legs go, these on mine were really loose. out of the box, and if you watch the JTI, you'll see that when I'm trying to get him to stand, like, he just slumps over because the ball joints are just way too loose. I did tighten them up, so as you can see, you can actually stand now just fine. But yeah, those were stupid loose when I took them out of the box. But they can rotate, they can move in and out. Of course, if you go too far out, you'll undo that peg there. But yeah, they can rotate. They can do it with full 360. And you have a knee joint there. That can swing both ways. And as far as the claws, you have a hinge at the base and a hinge there, and you have a hinge right there, so you can kind of angle those however you want. You can get some grabbing going if you want to as well. And the tail feathers, I mean, these are on hinges. That's more for transformation, but hey, you can kind of angle those how you want. That's pretty much it there. As far as the wings themselves, they can move forward. That's as far back as they go, but they can move forward. They can move up and down, and that is pretty much it there. So there you have that. Now, as far as accessories go, he does include his null rays here, just done in gray with some blue, a little bit dark gray here. These can extend and retract for Falcon mode, to be retracted, and this section also slides, and that's, you want it there for robot mode and there for Falcon mode, and these will plug into ports right here on either side, like so, and like so, and whoops, trying to do the splits on me. Don't do the splits on me, bird. Don't do the splits on me. You stay. You stay. But there you go. So you can pew pew bang bang, pew pew caw caw as he flies around. And that's another thing I wish was a bit tighter on this figure, is this connection here, because you can see it's not a very long peg there. That peg needed to be longer so I could hold it a bit more securely, so that kind of comes undone pretty easily. So yeah, things as far as the bird legs go could have been just made a bit more secure. But anyway, he does also include a display base here, and it is totally adjustable. You can just bring this little lock down, and you can extend that. You can see it goes up pretty high, and retract it. You can angle it however you want, and then you just close that up, and that locks it in place. This section here, you just unpeg, and you can plug it into either of these posts. You can have that angled however you want, but basically this just comes in right under, you can see here, it just comes in right under the robot mode hips, like so, and holds them very securely. You can get them in some nice flying, swooping poses there, which is pretty cool. Makes for a nice display. And you also get a sheet of decals here that you can use if you want to. There's a lot of techie stuff and warnings and cautions and all that stuff there. So, you can totally just cover them up with all these decals. I don't think these are stickers. I think these are water slides. I'm not sure. I tried to take one of these off before and it just wasn't doing it. These may be water slides. I'm not entirely sure, but hey, you get a bunch of decals if you want to put decals on them. Totally up to you what you want to do there. There's no instructions as far as where to place these, so it's just a case of do what you want. It's yours. Display it however you wish. Sticker it up if you want to sticker it up. Me personally, I'm not going to use these, but hey, it's an option, and as always, options are good. You get a bunch of other accessories, but those are more for robot mode, so we'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the Falcon mode. And for the most part, it looks pretty good. Like I said, the back section is a little, it's a little much back there, but hey, it is what it is. For most angles, though, it looks pretty cool. But that is basically it for the Falcon mode, so let's get down to transformation, shall we? You know what? That's just dangerous. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to... These things will slit your throat, man. These things are... Not even gonna. It's alright. I'm good. I'm good. So let's just put this base off to the side. And we can commence. We need to remove. There's no raise here. Put those off to the side. And we can get down to it. So what are we going to do fast? You know what? We'll just start from the back and work our way up. So we'll just get the legs all transformed up. So you want to just move these wings up and get them out of the way so you have room to operate. And you want to take the bird legs here. We need to get these out of the way. So basically you just want to unpeg them from the side of the robot mode hips and then just collapse them up. Make sure you bring that claw back. Collapse that up. Collapse all that up like so. And just bring that up on that hinge. And same thing the other side. Just collapse all that like so. And just bring that up. And let those hang out there for now. So now we got room to operate. So now you want to take this section here. Just unpeg it. Just give it a little wiggle, 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 wiggle. And then just fold this up. Bring that down. This is on a rotating hinge here. Just kind of rotate that up like that. Once you've done that, you come here to this section. This is going to be a big old knee spike. So just rotate that around like so. And then what you're going to do here is you're going to just unfold the leg like this. And when you do that, this little blue section here will pop out. And when you're going back into Falcon mode, you want to press this in so that can collapse up like that. Now it'll just pop out when you go into robot mode. That's pretty cool how that works. Then you just flip out his toe. And there you go. You got a leg all done. Second verse is, of course, just like the first. So just unpack that, fold that up, just bring that up, and flip around the knee spike, and just bring this around, like so. Flip up his toesies, and there you have the legsies all done. So now we can move on to the upper body. Well, no, we need to finish up with the lower body because you want to take this red section here, just untab it, bring it down, and that will form the crotch right there. So now we are done with the lower body, and now we can move on to the upper body. Okay, so we'll work on the wings here. I think it works best to just lay them down. Do the wings personally. So what we're going to do with the wings here is these wings are just in the way of everything. Sorry. But what you're going to do with the wings here is you're just going to pull this section out. There's a tab that goes into a slot right along the edge of this wing, and it also tabs in right under here. So just kind of give it a little bend here like that, pop it up, and then you can rotate this around like so. And then you want to rotate this entire assembly around like that. And then you just want to take these feathers and just flip them in, flip them in, flip them in, like so. Bring this around. You want to bring this section around. And there is a little tab that'll go into a slot right in there. So just get that nice and squozen. And then there is a post right here, which will go into this port right there. So again, just line all that up, and that'll just pop right into place right there. So again, second verse, guess what? Just like the first. So just undo that, rotate that around, rotate all of this around, flip in those feathers, bring this around, bring that around. Make sure you have this just right. There we go. Sometimes you can pop that off the ball joint. And then just tab that in, bring that over, pop that in, and there you have his wings all done. Again, we can just kind of get those out of the way. As far as the bird mode legs, they do have some tabs here so they can interlock. They don't really hold that well. That's another connection that could have been better. But, you know, just keep them together as best you can, and then just fold these down against his butt. There you go. So, we're getting there. We're getting there. So, what we going to do now? You know what? We'll do this part now, just so I don't forget. So, you just want to bring this section forward and just push down on this. I think that's, there we go. Let's bring that down as far as it'll go, and I think that's as far as it goes, right? Yeah. So you got that going. And now you want to come here to what will be his arms and just bring these out on the sliders. Bring that out. And then you're going to take this midsection here and you want to split this down the middle. And this will just swing out and rest. Find its final resting place at the side there. Rotate it around, bring it out like that. You can see this is on a slider, just like the MP. So just bring that down. And now we can work on the bird noggin. Nope, actually, before we work on the bird noggin, we need to flip in these tabs here. I should have done that before I did this. Order of operations, order of operations. There you go. So flip that in, then bring this out. Sometimes I screw up the order of operations. It happens, sorry. So bring that around. There you go. And now that can sit there in its final resting place, and that's how you want all that looking. Alrighty. So now that we have done that correctly, we can now work on the bird noggin. Okay, so you want this little panel here, just bring it up, rotate it around. It's on a very small ball joint. Sometimes it's easy to pop it off, but there you go. Just bring that around like so. The bird, the falcon neck here just slides down like so, and then you can just compress that like that. Then just bring it down to form the chest. It helps if you bring the upper body up on that slider, just so you have the clearance. Just set that right there, and you can collapse all that back down. You can bring these sections down to fill out the chestial region. And once you have done that, we can just turn his head around. Oh, look at that beautiful face. It's a face only a mother could hate. Anyway, we'll get to that a little bit later. Let's finish up here with the armular region. So what we're going to do here is we are going to just extend the arms on a double hinge there. And then you want to untab his hands. This little section is tabbed into the side, so just untab that. And then you can bring his hand down, and this section right here slides up like that. And then you can just kind of rotate things around so everything is oriented properly. And there you have an arm all done. Second verse is just like the last. So just bring all that out, untab, slide that down, slide that up, and then just rotate everything around. So everything is in its proper orientation. And I think we're done. Are we done? Yes, we're done. Woo, we're done. And there you have Red Falcon, aka Starscream, in his robot mode. And it looks good, very Starscream-esque, as you can see, very G1-y Starscream in his robot mode here. But let's get in close here so we can take a look, not at his chest, but at the noggin. There is the noggin, and you know that is the TB design for the head sculpt, and it's basically like it's like movie Starscream and G1 Starscream just kind of mashed together. But it looks pretty good though. I dig it. I can work with it. You can see again, it's a very G1-y look there for his design. Big old knee spikes going on there. His big old feet. His feet are die-cast. Got a little bit of metal. You can see it shining there. So you got some die-cast there in the feet. And moving up the back. It's a pretty clean transformation. He's got some bird legs hanging off his butt, but hey! It's alright. Wings going on there. Oh no, not too shabby, not too shabby. Now, articulation wise, the head is on a ball joint. This ball joint is very snug on mine, but you got your wiggly waggly, wiggly waggly. I also have a hinge there. It's more for transformation, but you can have them looking up. The little squirrel can totally do that. It can look down. Head can do a full 360. Arms You can do a full 360 there. Nice soft ratchet. Of course, the links kind of get in the way, but you can do a full 360. And I do wish the chest piece is locked in, because sometimes you can kind of move those around without wanting to. If that needed to have a lock, a little tab or something, maybe if it like tabbed into the sides of this piece or something, to secure it in place. But I don't know. But anyway, yes, the arms do a full 360. You can move in and out on a nice ratchet. You got bicep rotation, you have a double jointed elbow, so you have a nice full range of movements there. Moving on down. You do have wrist rotation. The hands are actually on a ball joint, so you have wiggly waggly there. You do have posable fingers. The thumb is on a ball joint, and each finger is just on a hinge at the base. So you have some posability there. He does have waist rotation, but not too much. It's very, very slight. It's there, but you're not going to get too much out of it, unfortunately. And this slider is also a little bit loose. That's because it was a little tight when I took it out of the box, so I loosened that screw. Now it's a little too loose, so I just need to kind of tighten that up. It doesn't just slide around on me like that. So that's just a case of just adjusting that screw to just the right tension there. Now you do have these flaps here, which can move out of the way to accommodate the leg movement. Legs can move forward, that far, back. Move those out of the way, back, and get about that far before things start to get in the way. Outward movement. You can almost do, well, you can't do the full splits if you get that out of the way. There you go, full splits. Full split shearers. I don't know. You have thigh rotation. You have a double jointed knee. So you get very good range of movement there. Ooh, it's a little squeaky. And the feet, they can move up a little bit. They can move down. As you can see, that toe moves independently. And you do have some ankle tiltage as well as some rotationage. And of course we can give him his null raise. You want to slide this section back, extend the barrel, slide, extend, and these just plug in right here to the tops of his shoulders. And no, these are not Blush compatible. I thought they were, but no, that port's not big enough, so no Blush compatibility, unfortunately. But there he is with his big old null raise. So you got that going on. He does include some other weaponry. You get these pink pieces right here. A little bit of detail going on. And these, what you're supposed to do is these will plug in to his hands like so. I guess these serve as like some kind of like arm blades, I guess. Or hand blades, rather. So you can just plug those in like so. I mean, you can also use them as like, you know, like a laser fire also, you know, just kind of shooting them out of his hands. Yeah, hey, as always, you can use your imagination there. But he does also come with two full-on swords here. You can see the handle just done in that dark gray, blade done in pink. So you get two of these, and if you want, you can have him wielding these. That's the typical, well, actually the tab is in his palm and the slot is in the sword handle itself. So you just tab that in. And these do plug in nice and secure like. So you can give him his swords. Because hey, why not? Why can't Screamer have swords? Screamer can have swords too. Who says he doesn't like swords? There you go. You can have that going on. You can pew pew slash slash, pew pew slash slash, all at the same time. Hey, why not? Dare I say, why not? And you can use the stand in this mode as well, but we have to switch the adapter here. So this adapter is for the Falcon mode. So you just slide that off, and this is the robot mode adapter. That just slides right on, and you know what? We'll bring this up a little bit. Lock that in, and this will basically just plug into his butt. That's where it goes. That's where it goes. Just bring these up. You can see there's a slot right there, and Put it in like so. Kind of at the wrong angle here, but you get the idea. I'm not going to spend too much time just trying to get him into a pose. But you can say you can have him in some flying poses if you want to. So hey, all things you can do if you want to do it. And another feature this figure has is some lights. You do get lights in the head. As you come around, you can see there's just a switch back here. And when you turn it on, so you get some nice bright LEDs that go off in the eyes and even light up his head crest there, which is pretty cool. So you got that going on, and that looks very evil, especially with that face. That just looks all kinds of evil. That's kind of creepy, honestly. But he does also have a light in his chest, so you just open up the cockpit, and you need to open up this section here as well, and that can be kind of hard to do. Just use a sword. There we go. Just pop that up, and there's also a switch under here, and you turn it on, and you can see his chest lights up. So you can have his chest lit up and his eyes lit up, and that looks all kinds of creepy. But hey, things you can do if you want to do it. Now, the head, the batteries were already installed in this figure, at least on mine anyway, so I don't know if they were with yours. I would assume they would be, but if you don't get batteries with your figure, the head takes one CR927 battery. I don't know what kind of battery the chest takes because I honestly don't know how to take that out, so you're on your own there, but I'm assuming it probably takes the same kind of battery. But yeah, CR927 batteries for the head. But we do have more to talk about with the noggin because you get optional noggins. So the one that comes pre-installed on the figure is just this kind of creepy, toothy smile. But you can remove this, and to remove it, you have to undo these two screws back here. You don't have to completely undo them, just loosen them enough to where you can just get them unscrewed enough to where you can just pop it off. It doesn't take much. So there you go. Just pop that head off, and you can give him just a stern, just serious face there. And all the heads do have the lights in them. Just turn it on and boop. So all the heads have the lights in them. And again, all the heads on my copy anyway had the batteries in them. So again, don't know if yours will, but you can just pop that on. And now you can just be serious screamer. You can do that if you want to, or if you want, you can also have just the evil smirk there. That nice, typical screamer smirk. And again, that's lights in the head as well. Yay! You can have creepy screamer with his creepy smirk. So hey, all things you can do. If you want to do them, you have the option, and as always, options are good. So there you have that, and now for comparison with some of the other T-Beastie Boys, with Sideswipe, with Primal, with Hot Rod, with Leonidas, with Bumblebee, and with Masterpiece, Starscream. So, there you go. And again, we'll bring in the T-Beast art book here so we can take a look and see. And again, they took a lot of liberties with this. My tongue stops working. They took a lot of liberties with the design and made it a lot more G1. You can see the face sculpt is pretty close. Again, they took some liberties with it, but it's definitely in the ballpark there. But yeah, you can see again, it's not a total T-Beast design, but it's definitely T-Beast inspired there. So there you go. So there you have Red Falcon, and yeah, there's definite room for improvement with this figure. I do like the design. The Falcon mode looks good for the most part. The back end is not the most elegant, but there's only so much you can do with some big, bulky robot mode legs. You know, they could have just done what the what the original concept art did, which is just have the robot mode legs be the Falcon mode legs, but I'm pretty sure people would have been like, that's lazy, if they would have done that, so I guess they were trying to do something different. And again, they were taking a lot of liberties with the design anyway, so they were trying to make it their own, and, just doing what they could with it. But, the Falcon mode looks pretty good. The robot mode looks really good, in my opinion. Again, some other critiques. Basically, all my critiques have to do with the Falcon mode. The Falcon mode hips, way too loose. Those you will probably have to tighten when you take them out of the box, because they're just way too loose and he can't support his own weight. I mean, if you're planning on just using the stand, then that's not going to be an issue. But if you want it to stand on its own, you're going to have to tighten up those joints. Definitely some stronger connection points. I would have liked it if the chest mode pieces, these chest pieces would have locked in, because those can kind of move around on you when you don't want them to. So, some more secure joints, some more secure locking points would have benefited greatly. But, all in all, it is what it is. Like I said, I like the design. It's a pretty cool figure in concept, and I like these T-Beast designs anyways. So, all in all, pretty good, but definite room for improvement here. So, there you go. Now, I picked this up from TF Safari. I'll put a link to their site in the description down below so you can check them out. For all your other Transformers needs, you can always check out BigBadToyStore.com, also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out. You can also check out my third-party Transformers playlist for any reviews you may have missed, also linked in the description down below, so you can check that out as well. And I think that's it. So don't forget to check out EmGo's, check out Love Peace Paranormal, follow me on Twitter, all of that good stuff down in the description below, and I think that's pretty much all there is to say. So there is the TT Hongli Red Falcon, and this is EmGo saying, remember, you don't stop playing because you grow old because you stop playing. Big Geek, be proud, palm in your face. Starscream, get your ungrateful... Hey, there you are. What is up with your face, and when did you get so tall? No, I'm just trying out a new look. A superior look. Maybe now people will recognize who the true leader is. Yeah. Hey, are you aware of the old human saying, kill two birds with one stone? Yes, I'm familiar with it. Well, instead of two birds, I'm looking at one. And instead of a stone, I have a cannon. Wanna guess how this story's gonna end? Come on, take a guess.